If you watch a little longer after that, you will see that the snowflake will change into a flower, and that signifies the end of winter and the beginning of spring. And spring is about hope, the growth of new leaves. Para makarating yung bago, kailangan mo na
I think I'm falling in love with her.
For new leaves to be able to grow, old leaves must
She's
fall.
just got such a
That's
beautiful
what the Malaya
mind.
album.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Forever Here. I hope that you are all doing well. After almost an entire week of having this tab open, I'm going to do it. I'm going to listen to this song. So, story time. I found this song because of Stell of SB19. Now, many 18 have been talking to me about MOIRA DELA TORRE, and I have been putting this off for way too long. And when I heard that song, read those lyrics, I was like, I need to do this right now. So I'm really looking forward to this. If you have a look at the description below, you will see what I am watching today. So not only am I watching the official music video, I'm going to watch Moira sing this on the Wish Bus, which I love. Wish Bus performances are some of my most favourite because they're so raw and live, and the equipment is just such fantastic quality that I think that it's the best way to hear an artist live for the first time, if you ask me. And then I want to watch the behind the scenes because I think Moira is going to talk to us a little bit about how this song came about, and I'm really interested in that, so I'm going to watch that too. I am excited about this. So this is Paubaya, which I completely forgot what that means, even though I did read the lyrics of this, but thankfully this is English subbed, so I will be able to recap my memory on that as well. So this says featuring Joshua Garcia and Julia Barreto, so I'm thinking that they are famous, notable actors, which is why they have been named properly. So this should be interesting. Does that mean that Moira's not in the music video though? I'm really excited about this. I think I will probably cry, which is really not okay, because in case you haven't noticed, in case you're not an 18, in case you've been asleep or have other excuses, no judgment, SB19 have a brand new song out called Moonlight. I will put the link in the description below. Please do give it a listen. You're gonna love it. That's made me really, really happy today. So we'll see how I get knocked down from that notch, hey? Do you want to watch this with me?
Joshua, do you take Julia to buy, to have and to...
Oh, I've only just seen that. It's 11 minutes long.
For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, until death do you part?
She's not feeling it. She wasn't even looking at him.
Saan nagsimulang magbago ang lahat? Kailan nung ako'y di na naging sapat? Ba't di mo sinabi nung una pa lang? Ako ang kailangan, pero di ang mahal.
That gave me chills. That was very haunting.
Saan nagkulang ang aking pagmamahal? Lahat ay binigay.
They have cute chemistry, so they're playing themselves.
Di ka lang, ba't di ko nakita na ayaw mo na? Ako ang kasama, pero hanap mo siya. At kung masaya ka sa piling niya, hindi ko na pipilit pa.
Oh, all I did was feel that voice.
Tanging hiling ko lang sa kanya, wag kang paluhain at alagaan ka niya.
That is an insane voice.
Saan natin
look happy.
Mababanggit na mahal mo ako. Ba't di mo inamin na merong iba? Ako ang kayakap, pero isip mo siya.
Can I tell you that one of my most favorite things, and if we're talking about the actors right here, is people that use their eyes to act. It's just one of my most favorite things. Not everybody is able to do that. So many people seem blind when they're doing it because obviously it's a character that you're playing, and these two are absolutely fantastic, especially Joshua. The way he's using his eyes is just, it's touching my heart.
Masaya ka sa piling niya, hindi ko na pipilit pa. Ang tanging hiling ko lang sa kanya, huwag kang paluhain at alagaan ka niya. Ba't di ko naisip na merong hanggan?
She came back. She came back. Oh, this is so awkward.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Josh. I'm sorry na pagod ako. I'm sorry na wala ako. Natakot ako kasi hindi kita mahanap doon. Binigay ko lahat. Binigay ko sa'yo lahat. Naubos lang ako. I'm sorry. Nasaktan kita.
Sorry. Sorry kung wala ako nung mga panahong kailangan mo ako. Sorry kung wala ako nung kailangan mo nung makakapitan.
Oh my gosh, the acting.
Sorry kung hindi kita naprotektahan. Hindi man lang kita naprotektahan. Takot ako. Sobra. Pero gusto ko nandun ako. Gusto ko nandun ako nung nasasaktan ka. Pero wala. Siguro dahil alam ko na rin na
You were in
hindi talaga
denial.
tayo para sa isa't isa.
Sinubukan naman natin, diba? Lalaban naman natin, diba?
Tried.
Thank you sa'yo.
Oh my gosh, this is like the closure that every single person would want at the end of a relationship that you just never get. Like, I wish people would be able to say these things to each other. And it's really quite eerie because the vows that they couldn't exchange at a wedding, this is like goodbye vows. It's just really weird.
Lahat ng memories na binigay mo sa akin. Hindi man natin nagawa yung mga pangarap natin. Masaya na ako sa mga pinagsamahan natin. Masaya ako na masaya ka.
Isn't it funny that just like in a moment, somebody that you were so close to suddenly becomes a complete stranger?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh God. Gusto ko malaman mo na pinapatawad kita.
It's like a social experiment. I'm sorry, I feel really uncomfortable watching this. It's like a private, personal moment.
Kailangan ko. Take care of yourself. I need to.
Ako yung nauna, pero sa ang wakas at kita naman sa iyong mga mata kung bakit pinili mo siya. Mahirap labanan ang tinadhana. Pinapatawad, pinapalaya, pinapaubaya ko na sa kanya.
The storytelling of that, the power of that is unbelievable. Like, of course you feel emotional because you don't want to see a story like that, but you also feel really uncomfortable because it feels like you shouldn't be in on this conversation. It was just so well put together. I look forward to seeing what like the behind the scenes and everything were, and I really, really love the resolve at the end lyrically, because you don't often get that in a song. There's just not enough time in a song in order to reach that point. But I really love that we got like a short film, and it most definitely goes really nicely with the whole feel of the song, which is probably why they chose to do it this way. incredibly well put together. That was absolutely beautiful, and I'm so grateful to Stella SB19 for exposing me to such a beautiful song, for singing it, for covering it so beautifully, that then leads me to this point right here. And I can't wait to hear Moira sing this live in just a second. I really love that lyric at the end, that I'm setting you free. It's actually he's setting himself free, or the person in question is setting themselves free by doing that. Because I think the more that you linger on it, the more you punish yourself. If the other person is happy elsewhere, they're already free. They were never a part of the relationship. And so they started to move on a long time ago. It's the person that's still lingering in that feeling, that wasn't aware that one person is kind of checked out, is the one that suffers more. So if you're able to get to this resolve and say, I'm setting you free, I love that. Lyrically, that is incredible to get to that point in a song. Yeah, in order to do that, like, you're really setting yourself free. I wish we could be like this in real life, but honestly, we can't. Life is just so much more complicated than this. People are so much more complicated than this. But Joshua Garcia and Julia Barreto, oh my goodness gracious. The chemistry that they had with one another. What I really liked about their section, their acted session in the middle of this, was that it seemed really unscripted, and I loved the way that the sound was captured. It wasn't something that in post-production they did, like they recorded the voiceover or anything like that. The voice was right there in that moment. I could feel the echo. I could feel the, when you're crying and you suddenly everything is a bit like, and you're like a bit nasal and it's all in your face, and I heard all of that, the stuttering, and it wasn't like, now I need to get to my next line. It seemed to flow uncomfortably, but it still flowed like a real life conversation. It wasn't like a film. It was like being a fly on a wall of a conversation that I didn't need to be a part of, but then I also wish that everybody would be lucky enough to get. My head hurts. I felt like I was having a heart attack in the middle of that. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going through something in my life where I'm having like stress attacks, and I can't really explain. And I don't know if you've ever had a stress attack before, but once it starts to take over and you realize it's happening, you can't stop it, and your body will just react in certain ways. I thought I was having a heart attack, and then I thought to myself in the middle of this, what happens if I just collapse? Who's going to come and find me and call an ambulance? So I really didn't need the stress today, but I'm glad that I've got it out of my system. And now let's move on to the live version. Yes, live band. And it's raining. That is so perfect.
Saan nagsimulang magbago ang lahat?
Oh, she is so beautiful.
Nung ako'y di na naging sapat, ba't di mo sinabi nung una pa lang? Ako ang kailangan, pero di ang mahal.
The Philippines is like a dreamland. The kind of talents that come out of the Philippines is unreal. How is this a real voice? How is she doing this in real life? Like this is insane. She's creating an atmosphere just with her voice. Nothing else. There's no performance. She's not overly dressed up or anything like that. She's not being showy. She's doing all of that with the power of her voice. Oh my goodness gracious. And although who I'm talking about is not really very related to this, but the way that I'm hanging on the end of every single word and breath, even her breaths are beautiful. The only other person I do that for is Yesung. I really miss Yesung. Yesung of Super Junior has this feel, this atmosphere, and you just hang off the edge of everything. I love to hear him breathe. So if you like a deep voice, if you like a husky voice, if you like a beautiful man with a bad temper, then get into Yesung.
Wish 107.5.
Saan nagkulang ang aking pagmamahal? Lahat ay binigay ng mapangiti ka lang. Ba't di ko nakita na ayaw mo na? Ako ang kasama, pero
It is exactly like the recorded track.
at kung kasapiling niya, hindi ko na pipilit pa.
Oh my gosh.
Ang tanging hiling ko lang sa kanya, huwag kang paluhain at alagaan ka niya.
I feel that voice in my entire body. It's like just chills after chills after chills.
Saan natigil ang pagiging totoo? Sa tuwing mababanggit na mahal mo ako, pati mo inamin na merong iba. Ako ang kayakap, pero isip mo siya. At kung masaya ka sa piling niya, hindi ko na pipilit pa. Ang tanging hiling ko lang sa kanya, huwag kang paluhain at alagaan ka niya.
I'm sorry, but it is insane that she is sounding like this in real life. Like, that clarity in her voice is crazy. The section that she just sung is my most favorite section, and it's repeated in the song. The first bit is haunting and gentle, and it's whispered, and then this bit sounds like she's wailing and crying through it. Just the difference between the first one and the second one. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go back and listen to that again. Oh no, it's back. And actually, I even feel like, although the first bit was whispered, this bit is a little bit more full on. She could even hit it harder than that. The fact that this voice is so powerful, yet all I got, my takeaway at the moment from this song is that she was haunting, that she was whispery, that she was creating this atmosphere. She was not being belty throughout this. She was not screaming her head off or anything. So that's really interesting that actually I feel like she's holding back a little bit. What happens if she just let loose?
At kung masaya ka sa piling niya, hindi ko na pipilit pa. Ang tanging hiling
I want Ye-sung to sing this.
sa kanya, huwag kang paluhain at alagaan ka niya.
Wish goes on. Wish 107.5.
Pati ko naisip na merong hanggan.
Oh,
Ako yung nauna, pero siya ang wakas. At kita naman sa iyong mga mata kung bakit pinili mo siya. Mahirap labanan ang dinadanan. Pinapalaya, nagpapasalamat, pinapaubaya ko na sa kanya.
Her voice is stunning anyway, but it's her storytelling that takes it to another level. I was fine all the way through these 5 minutes, but her taking her time and really emoting through that last line, I thought I was just going to burst into tears, like ugly cry in front of you. I really have to control this. That was stunning. I don't know what is going on in the Philippines, guys. But I just want to say that it's absolutely ridiculous that all of these individuals that I'm coming across in OPM and in P-pop are not known on bigger international stages. And at this point, it's not even like just because now I'm finding them, I'm saying that. I genuinely don't think that they get enough recognition internationally. In terms of awards, even like radio stations and music channels, and they just don't get the recognition that they deserve, and that has to change, and everybody has to do that collectively. Now, this is one hell of a song. I just feel like when I ask you at the end of this video for more recommendations, how is anything going to top this song? Because I'll tell you, I love a sad story, I love a tragedy, and I love ballads, and I love somebody that can sing me something that's haunting and just take me away to a whole other world. And she did all of that. How is anything from her going to top this? I don't really know. But I just don't really want to move on from this. It's definitely that feel that has got me thinking and lingering. I cannot wait to add this to my playlist and just listen to it and feel all of these emotions, even though I'm not going through a heartbreak right now, but I want to feel those emotions, please. Give me. I've got one more thing that I want to watch with you today. That is the behind the scenes for, I think it's the music video, but also Moira talking to us about this song. I'm really looking forward to hearing a little bit of that insight. She gives me real woman feels, right? It's not a young girl. This is an experienced woman, and someone who is very much in charge and very aware of her emotions and what she's doing and her talents as well. So yeah, let's go.
Kailangan ko lang... Ayan. Make a turn, make a turn. Come here. Make a turn. Hi, vlog.
Please subscribe.
Thank goodness they were happier when they were filming this.
Paubaya was written during quarantine, and Jason and I were in the States for 5 months. Naabutan kami ng lockdown doon. I knew I wanted to close the Patawad era a certain way, but I just couldn't figure it out. And then Jason comes up to me and shows me, "Babe, I have a chord pattern."
Jason,
so I listened to it, and then
boyfriend?
I said, da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Her voice is something you play on a record.
And he said, "Okay, be right back." Goes up hours
Digital
later.
streaming is not
gives
enough for
me
this voice.
A poem, and then we made a story, and that's how Paubaya happened. A month later, umuwi na kami ng Manila, and we chose around 10 to 15 fans, and we told them we have a new song, and it's the closer of the whole album, but we have no title for it yet. So it was actually one of the fans that named Paubaya, and that's how Paubaya came to be.
Oh, nice.
So Jason had this idea of having a wedding scene, of having vows
I need to look
be
up who
said
Jason is.
and not kept. And then I stepped in and said, "But what if instead of saying wedding vows, they say their parting vows?" So that was the
Exactly.
initial idea. And then that's when we called Direct Nick and Direct Dan.
During the conceptualization, Moira and Jason already have this concept about the entirety of the video.
From just typical sad scenes to just making them all happy scenes. Because at the end of the day, what actually hurts us in our memories are the good times, the could-have-beens, the what-ifs. The happy memories that we were counting on to sustain a relationship. So for the Paubaya music video, we wanted to be realistic with emotions, with forgiveness, with what goes on in the heads of people who are actually going through this.
So much depth.
As soon as we finished the song, we already knew that we really wanted Josh and Julia to do it. We've been friends with them for since Torete. I met Julia because she used to get me as her band. Dati ako sessionista for her birthday parties in 2016. 2017, Love You to the Stars happened, and I became the singer of the theme song for Torete, which Direct Nick and Direct Dan were also part of.
So
And
she's
that kind
bringing loads of
kickstarted
people
that whole
together.
season with them and just becoming friends with them and getting to know how good
They're a
they
couple?
are, how kind they are, how professional they are. And it was that time also that Jason and I started becoming their biggest fans. On and off screen, we love them so much.
Oh, nice.
But even without the friendship, well, you would still be their biggest fans. And I'm really, really happy that it was them. I can't imagine Paubaya having any
This is so cool.
You could really see the new relationship that Josh and Julia has found and the freedom they found also being on set again. And also us just watching them, seeing our story come to life. We really learned so much.
Si Joshua and Julia, it was actually my first time working with them. Sobrang dali nilang ka-work. Alam mo yung professionalism nila is there. Once you hit the action button or the record button, yung magic. Joshua and Julia has this undeniable chemistry. Alam mo maglalast forever.
I'm really confused. So, Joshua and Julia are actually together, or obviously, did they play a couple in a movie that was like incredibly successful, which is why everyone keeps referring to them like that? Sorry, I don't know if I'm lost
Once
into
they look into each other's
language or
eyes,
what.
there's something different about them. There is something na titingin pa lang sila sa isa't isa, may sumasabog ng feelings. Kumbaga, wala pang salita, wala pang kahit ano, may feelings na.
Oh, the team was so great. Everyone was so game. Everyone on set respected each other's brains, how their
I really like the way that she
minds
talks
work.
very slowly.
Everyone was constantly
I like
amazed
it.
with what each artist on set had to bring. Artists including our director, our DOP, Jason, me, Josh and Julia. Everyone had something to bring to the table. Everyone had something to contribute to the story. And it was so light. One of the many things that really amazed me was the humility of Direct Nick Ablao. Usually, pag naisip mo na boss to, hindi mo siya mabibigyan ng suggestions eh. With Direct Nick, she's not just open to your suggestions, she welcomes it. And I think that's what makes her such an effective director, because she listens and she respects the minds of the creatives around her, and she grows from that and she builds from that. And that's why I really believe my storytelling was even more effective because I had such an effective director to back me up. The set was just a group of people celebrating each other, respecting each other, and telling a story together. We had two main emotions on set. When Direct Nick says action, all of us were crying. When she says cut, all of us were laughing. It wasn't just a fun and light set. It was also one of the most satisfying moments in my life when, after a whole day of shooting, when everyone's usually exhausted, we were left with gratitude and joy. That yung joy na
I could listen to her talk forever. I love the way that she's talking.
Pag nagawa mo ng buong buo. We were all just so grateful for each other.
Yung experience namin sa set, kabaligtaran siya nung na-experience ng tao while they're watching the video. There was never a dull moment actually.
Parang laging nagtatawanan, ganon, after each take. May learning kami from each other. We learned from Direk, we learned from Moy, we learned from Josh and Julia. Everyone was just taking it all in sa set.
Actually, Josh, Julia, Jason, and I, we had been meeting a lot before the actual shoot. And we all talked about
Is that a candid
what we
shot?
wanted to say.
He is so in love
What
with her.
Jason and I had initially, because we wanted to make it, from wedding vows to parting vows. is to put the lines of the songs all throughout the Patawad album that promises freedom and total forgiveness. So, like a line in Patawad Paalam, at ang huling pangakong maibibigay ay sa ating dalawa ay wala nang sisihan. Line from Handa Awit by Brian V, which is the first track of my album. Handa na akong muling sumugal. Handa na akong muling magmahal. Handa na akong lumabas sa aking bangka kahit ilang beses na akong nagtangka at lumubog at nalunod sa kasinungalingan na ang pag-asa ay isang pantasa.
The way she's delivering these lines.
And a lot of us
I need to listen to this album.
A lot of us feel that hope is
have
just
my heart broken.
a way to blind you from the truth, but it's not. I wanted to make sure that the lines said you are not a hopeless case because you are not. And basically they got that. They embodied it and they said it in their own words.
So it wasn't scripted?
Feb 14.
They kind of just like did it on the spot?
It's a day of love. And a lot of us feel that love is staying together. But sometimes love is setting people free. I, for one, am very, very blessed to have a husband who loves me. Takes care
So Jason
of me.
is her husband?
But I've also been in a place where I didn't have that privilege. And I know that a lot of people are in waiting. Maraming naghihintay, maraming nagpatawad, maraming nagpalaya at nagpaubaya. And I wanted to make sure that those people know that they are understood, that they are not alone. Masakit man yung pinagdaanan nila, pero hindi sila nag-iisa.
When we got to tell Moi's story of how she felt about the song or how the song was for her, parang doon mo mas maiintindihan yung another essence of love. I mean, yun, sobrang lalim pala nung love for Moi.
So if you watch till the very end of the video, you will see my logo.
Yeah.
And if you watch a little longer after that, you will see that the snowflake will change into a flower. And that signifies the end of winter and the beginning of spring. And spring is about hope, the growth of new leaves. Para makarating yung bago, kailangan mo na
I think I'm falling in love with her.
For new leaves to be able to grow, old leaves must
She's
fall.
just got such a
That's
beautiful
what the Malaya
mind.
album, which is season 1, is all about. Winter is Patawad album. A lot of times we want instant gratification. In order to find something that will last, we need to learn how to wait and not rush anything. So the whole Patawad album is about forgiveness, like its title. It's about letting go. It's about setting people free. It's about finding freedom in forgiveness. All of these things aren't really successful if you do it on your own. That's why you have to leave it to God and surrender it to God, because only He can make the broken things beautiful again. Isn't it such a great thing that what used to bring you pain, when you share it to other people, it now brings them freedom? What used
I
to
just
hurt
fell in
you,
love with her,
what
guys.
used to take away your hope, is now bringing hope to people. Karamihan sa atin, kapag hindi nagkatuluyan yung dalawang tao, iniisip natin, that is the definition of a failed relationship. But we often forget that people enter into dating to see whether or not this is the person they want to spend the rest of their lives with. Just because two people didn't end up together doesn't mean it was a failed relationship. We can also choose to see it in a way that, wow, I got the privilege of knowing and loving and learning from this person, even if it was just for a short time. We can
People
choose
come into your
gratitude
life
over
for a reason
bitterness.
or a
We can
season.
choose joy over pain. We can choose freedom over guilt. And we can choose love. And we can choose forgiveness. And just because you're not going to continue that in the seasons to come doesn't mean it was a failed one. From here on, I will choose to remember the good times, because you are still worth that.
This was incredible. Is this
It
the
was
end?
so freeing for all of us. And I'm so grateful that I got to work with Direct Nick and Kuya Dan and Josh and Julia. Jason and I are so grateful. My band was also there. And the team behind the scenes. We couldn't have done it without them. So on behalf of my entire team, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat for making Paubaya the breakthrough that it is. Maraming salamat sa pagtanggap sa mensaheng pagpapatawad, pagpapalaya, at pagpapaubaya.
Is this the whole team? What an incredible woman. I mean, this is even going to go on further than this. What else do we get at the end of this?
Hi. Come on.
Wait.
Sad naman, oh.
Priorities.
Parang to. Andun ate.
Give him a treat right now. He's also a good boy. Whoa. Ang layo ng buwelo.
Hi! So ngayon, nakikita niyo naman. Sa set tayo ngayon ng MOIRA's music video, ang Paubaya. And ginagawa ko itong music video na ito kasama si Julia. And please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell button down below. And
See you for the
don't
next.
forget to comment.
Yes. What?
20 million views. Jeez. What an experience this was, my goodness. Can I just talk to you? I really, really like this couple. They are incredible actors because, yeah, you see how bright and light they are off camera, and suddenly when the camera switches on, you get so much emotion. Those eyes, those little baby faces, the way that they were acting throughout this was incredible. And I have to say that with Moira, what I have very quickly, through this very first, little dip into her music, I've realized that not only is her voice incredible, but her storytelling, the way that she was explaining herself, she has very, very clear intentions and ideas, and she knows how she wants them to be delivered. So she's very a part of everything in her career. She's not just the voice, which sometimes I find with people. So I don't know if she's a balladeer, if I can stamp that label on her, but sometimes I find with people like that, they do work with a lot of creatives, and you get this voice, you get this piece, but you never really get that behind the scenes. You never get to hear in their heart of heart what they are feeling. So I really like that we're getting her personality. Everything about this 15 minutes specifically was all her, and this was absolutely incredible. Her reciting lyrics from her album, talking to us about specifically what she wanted to get from each and single aspect of putting this together. It was really interesting. I felt like I got to know her a little bit as a person, and this was just, what do I do? I'm up against a wall right now and I need your recommendations. And this was incredible. But in the middle of this, I thought to myself, how have I come here? I have come here. And yes, I am going to plug Stella SB19 a little bit more than you're thinking. So I'm here because of Stella SB19, and what a talent that boy is. And I want to take you to his cover of this song. Just in case you're not an 18, just in case you've not seen this, please do stay and listen. It's a very young Stell, and he's just trying out this song. And please listen to how incredible that cover was, which then led me to discovering Moira. Let's go.
Try na. Narinig niyo ba? Saan nagsimulang bago ang lahat? Kailan nung ako'y di na naging sapat? Pati mo sinabi nung una pa lang ako ang kaya.
No, it gets even better than I remember.
Pero di ang mahal. Saan nagkulang ang aking pagmamahal? Lahat ay binigay ng mapangiti ka lang. Ba't di ko nakita na ayaw mo na ako ang kasama? Pero hanap mo siya. At kung masaya ka sa piling niya,
Ow.
hindi
It's honestly better than I remember it to be.
ang tanging hiling ko lang sa kanya. Huwag kang paluhain at pakainin ka niya. Siyempre, kailangan hindi ka gutom, so dapat kakain ka.
I'm sorry about this, I do not control what he says, how he changes the lyrics.
Saan natigil ang pagiging totoo? Sa tuwing mababanggit na mahal mo ako, ba't di mo inamin na merong iba? Ako ang kaya ko. Pero isip mo siya.
Break my heart, go on.
At kung masaya ka sa piling niya, hindi ko na pipilit pa. Ang tanging hiling ko lang sa kanya. Huwag kang paluhain at talagaan ka niya. Piling ko tama na yun. Bakit naiiyak na?
How rude. But I just wanted to share that with you, and I know that he's being a bit of a comedian during this, but just in case you're not aware of SB19, you're not aware of Stel, you didn't see him on The Voice Generations, you don't know of Coach Stel, I thought that I would signpost the reason why I have done this video today, and it is 100% Stel. And thank you so much for reminding me consistently that I needed to listen to the song, because when I heard it, I was just like, oh my goodness, that is one of the most beautiful songs I have heard, and I am so up for listening to it. And when you think about the voice types, the fact that Stel as a man chose this song to cover says a lot about him and his confidence and his vocal abilities. And then when you actually hear, so now coming back to this, when I make comparisons, there is just so much that is different about their voices. The fact that he chose to cover it and did justice to it, if you ask me, that then led me to Moira, like, I think that it just speaks for itself, like talent vouches for other talent, and you see actually in more recent times that Stella and Moira have crossed paths, and what a wonderful actual duet they could have together. And getting to know Moira a little bit behind the scenes and how she talks, how her mind works, how her heart works, the kind of things that she feels, I really love that. She thinks a little bit outside the box, and I would love to see her collaborate with any member of SB19, but with Stell, in case you don't know me, I am full on in love with Stell, and knowing his personality, the two of them coming together, the kind of conversations that those two minds would have, like she's very in touch with her emotional side and she thinks outside the box, and Stell is, on a first meeting, absolutely wild, loud and very funny, but actually under the surface of that he's very emotionally intelligent. And so for those two artists to come together, for me personally, would be an absolute dream come true. So I thank you, SB19, for introducing me to Stell of SB19, and then I thank you, Stell, for introducing me to Moira, because, oh my goodness, won't you give me more recommendations, please? Do talk to me about everything that I included in this video, and I can't wait to read all of your comments and hopefully continue getting to know Moira's voice a little bit more. Do you know what I'm feeling? And I know that I say this and then I never stick to my word, which is why I try not to say this, but I need to say it, is that I want to just listen to a whole album and just feel that experience. I feel like I need to make time for it, and I've been wanting to do that for Morissette for a very long time, and I feel like I need to spend some time with some of these big, massive, fantastic OPM women. Maybe I should have like a day where I just do that, spend some time with Morissette, spend some time with Moira, with KZ. I need to make it happen. In order for that to happen, though, SB19 need to leave me alone, and they aren't. I can't wait to read all of your comments. Thank you so much for watching this with me. I hope that you had fun, and until I see you next time, take care. Stay safe. Bye.